Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Domric, man. And look, if you've been following the channel, you've probably heard me say it a million times, but I'm really more of a pass first player at my core. But I also love shot creating and getting to a bucket. And going into 2K25 with all these legend badges and the way the game was looking, I was really thinking about going with a pure archetype. So I toyed with the idea of a pure playmaker for a little bit, but then I snapped back to reality and I said, look, as much as I love passing, I'm already knowing there's going to be times where I'm going to have to take over that scoring load in order to keep my team in the game. So even though I wanted to step outside of the box a little bit, I knew my best bet was probably going to be some play shot type of guard. But for this build, I kind of took some inspiration from my main guard build in 2K19, and that was a shot creating playmaker. And that was one of the less popular guard builds back then, but trust me, if you had one, you already know it was a demon. Now back then, the builds were a lot more restricted, but as y'all know, in 2K25, you can be damn near elite in multiple categories. So even though this build is weighed more towards playmaking, you're still going to be an exceptional scorer and capable of getting to a bucket at any point in time. So I'm going to get into the build and show y'all what the build is looking like. Then of course, I'm going to give y'all all the SIGs and the jump shot that I'm running. So as y'all can see, we're going to go with a 6'2 point guard, 188 pounds, and a 6'4 wingspan. Now for the finishing on the build, if you've been following the channel for a while, you already know how I get down, man. I don't really care about drive and dunk, but as y'all can see, we're going to go with an 80 close shot and an 88 drive and layup. And with that, we're going to get float game on gold, and y'all already know that's a super important finishing badge for any kind of small guard. Layup mix match is only going to be on silver, but you can use one of the badge plus ones, the max plus ones, put it to gold and kind of round out the finishing a little bit. And even though we're a small guard, we're still going to be able to finish through contact. We got that silver physical finisher. So when I'm on this build, even though it can't dunk, I still have no fear of attacking the rim as if it could dunk. Because as y'all can see, we got the whole package. We got the float game, we got the layup acrobat game, we got the finishing through contact game. So as long as you learn to use the proper weapon for the scenario in front of you, finishing at the rim should really be a breeze. Now when it comes to the shooting on the build, of course you want to be able to knock down that 3-ball, but y'all know me and my play style, I'm really more of a mid-range player. So on this build right here, we're going to go with the 94 midi, 84 3-ball, and of course you gotta have that 90 free throw. And every year when I show y'all my build, there's always somebody who's gonna be like, yo, why is your free throw so high? And look, I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell y'all every year, you can skip out on the free throw if you want to, but when you smoke them with the game on the line, don't blame 2K, because it barely costs anything to upgrade, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't have a decent free throw on your build. Now as far as the badges go, everything here is at least on gold for now, and that's besides limitless, but like I said, I'm more of a mid-range player, so once I get that +5 cap breaker, y'all already know that midi's going to 99, and everything right here is going to turn legendary. So I'm really looking forward to that, because that's going to change this build in an insane way. But until then, we still got the max +1 right here, as y'all can see. And you can use that to put one of these gold badges to Hall of Fame. So whatever fits your playstyle, feel free to go with it. But either way, when it comes to shooting, this build is knockdown. Now, like I said earlier, playmaking was the main focus of this build. So as y'all can see, we're gonna have a 92 pass accuracy, a 95 ball handle, and a 91 speed with ball. So this is an elite playmaker all the way around. Now as far as the badges go, as y'all can see, we get that silver bailout, and if you're a guard that likes to drive and kick, you know how important bailout is, bro. And of course, having it on bronze is better than not having it at all. But I have another guard build that gets bronze bailout. Let me tell y'all, man, I'm still throwing the ball away majority of the time. But just like last year, I feel like silver bailout has been pretty reliable, and it's probably the lowest I would go on any build where I'm really expecting to throw a lot of bailout passes. But everything else, as y'all can see, is elite. Hall of Fame ankle breaker, Hall of Fame quick first step, lightning launch, whatever you want to call it now. Handles for days on Hall of Fame, and we even get that silver strong handle, so that's going to help us deal with them over aggressive defenders, them lockdowns and everything. So this build is not only quick and evasive, but it can also play through contact. Now as far as the defense goes, we just want to be good enough to hold our own out there, because as y'all can see, this is really more of an offensive build. So with the 74 perimeter, we're going to get all bronze defensive badges. We get challenger up there. That's important, especially for a smaller player. And that 60 still is going to get us bronze interceptor, just like last year. And now we got the 80 agility, and that's going to help us, you know, move laterally, play defense, slide, and everything like that. And this build does get a 60 strength, and that's a lot more than most guards probably have. So when it comes to contact battles, you're going to be winning most of those. And that's going to help you get bumpy, harass ball handlers, and get stops out there. So when you go through with the build, you're going to get shades of Tim Hardaway, Trae Young, Darius Garland, and the build's going to be called a 3-level scoring playmaker. So that's my first build of 2K25 right there. But now I'm going to get into the SIGs and give y'all the jump shot and everything like that. But look, there's nothing wrong with trying out my SIGs or somebody else's SIGs. But at the end of the day, bro, I think the best thing for you to do is to go through the SIGs yourself and find the ones that best fit your playstyle. Because I picked these SIGs right here based off of how I want to play the game. So for me and my playstyle, these moves are effective. Now somebody else may not play like I do, so if they put on these SIGs, they may not have the same success. So feel free to try these moves out. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, bro, my best advice is to know how you're trying to play the game. Go through the SIGs, experiment with them, and find the ones that best fit your playstyle. Now, if you're wondering what takeover I'm running on this build, as y'all can see right here, I'm running offensive artist, and that's going to boost your 3-ball, your midi, and your pass accuracy. And then once you unlock the takeover ability, you get a boost to your shots off the dribble and off of ankle breakers. So that's basically shot creator takeover. So that's pretty much everything as far as my first build goes. I made about 3 other builds and I'm working on another one. So I'm just getting them all grounded out, and y'all know I'm gonna be in the rec. Drop some build videos, drop some gameplays and all that. But as always, man, I appreciate all the support. Let me know what y'all think about the build in the comments. And if you ain't following me on Twitter, be sure to give me a follow over there at BeLikeDom. And y'all already know what it is, man. Stay up. Catch y'all in the next one.